Dr. Lala with the RE3Volve Podcast. Welcome back to part two of Growing Up with Grief, where my guest Karys share with us her perspective. Um, Again, this was quite an emotional episode. I was fighting for my life, but truly, I hope that what we shared in this episode will be something that can help you and your family. So until next time, keep choosing healing, keep choosing joy. I love y'all. Bye. You've gone through, you've lived through a lot with mom.
Yes.
It's been quite the journey. So during this time, because there was so much that was going on and you had a lot of emotions and thoughts and ideas, was there anything that helped you to feel safe during that time?
Yes.
What,
Oh, I'm supposed to keep going.
yeah.
Oh, my nanny.
Yeah.
My nanny. My nanny was like the best person ever. Like truly. Nobody can fully nothing could fully encapsulate the kind of woman my nanny was. Nanny is mommy's mama.
Yes.
And she was my absolute best friend ever. And I was her Ellie. And she was definitely what made me feel safe all the time. After she died, I definitely just checked out. I'm not gonna lie. Like even on social media, they're like, y'all would be like, why are you on social media so much? Which I mean, it was quarantine. We all had a 23-hour screen time. But at the same time, it was genuinely because I could not deal with the fact that she had died, we had moved, and then I'm finna have to move back. And then we're gonna actually move fully. I couldn't deal with that at the time. And so what made me feel safe was the in-between moments of when me and you got along, because we didn't. And so for me, like, it was definitely those in-between moments where we did have good. Definitely that, I would say. Much later, after I got sick, I would say crochet.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like little hobbies around, like along the way. Like, I mean, I tried to learn how to crochet 3 times. Like,
Right.
I love side quests. And so I'm constantly doing side quests. So I love that. And I would definitely say my research. I absolutely love my research. And it definitely helped me grieve. And it helped me channel my hurt into something that would be positive, which for me is knowledge. Because Nani always told me, like, people can take everything from you except your knowledge. And so
Okay.
that's definitely what I poured into.
Right. So you found safety in my mom when she was still living. And then you found safety in things that could keep you occupied.
Yes. Yes. I had a lot of derealization and like depersonalization. And so it was literally like I was on autopilot. And I still experience that sometimes. It's actually very common in people who have autism, but it was literally like I was second person. Like I'm just saying what they're doing. I'm seeing what they're doing. I'm retelling what they're doing. And it's like I wasn't even in my body. I felt like I had no body autonomy. Like I was surviving. Like I was genuinely just like, okay. And sometimes there would be times where I would snap back into reality. And it's like, let's say I get up, I go to the kitchen. And then I'd snap back and then I'd be like, oh, I'm in the kitchen. And I knew I went to the kitchen. But then to fully be in my body again, it was like, oh, I'm in the kitchen. And then I'd go right back out.
Right. Well, I think for a lot of people, because I think that's a very similar experience to me, being at the kitchen table and not realizing I
Yes.
had been there all day.
Yes.
You know, I think it's very common for people to experience that, especially when you've gone through so much. And like you said, there was a lot going on for you because we had moved. Noni passed away. We had to move again. Your dad and I get divorced. And then we moved again.
Yeah.
And, you know,
We did.
and there were so many other things that were just going on. It was a lot. And so I can definitely understand how, as a 9-year-old, you were just going with the motions. And unfortunately, mommy was just going with the motions too. I was doing everything I could to take care of you, but I was basically just surviving. I think we
Yeah.
were both in survival mode at that point, just trying to survive and taking care of each other.
Me, you, and the dog.
Yep, me, you, and the dog, just
Like,
taking care of each other.
And there were times like we would just like pray, and we'd pray together, and we'd just be like, "Can you see me or hear me? Can you see and or hear me? like, do you see what's happening right now?" Because there would be times like there would be some situations with people, and we would genuinely be like, "Lord, we can't be like," we literally break the fourth wall and be like, you can't be like, you're watching this too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is just unreal. Like, is he serious right now?
Right.
Are you serious?
Right. And we did have many days like that, but I'm so glad that you said that. We spent a lot of time praying together.
Oh,
That is one thing I can say.
Yeah.
I did not lose my faith in this season. And that was something that I've always shared with you, is my faith and teaching you how to pray and knowing that when we can't go to anyone else, we can go to the Father. We had each other and we had a support system because we had my brothers and my sister.
Yeah, we did.
We had people that we were leaning on, but ultimately it was me, you, and the dog.
I would say me, you, and Bella, straight like that. It was straight like
me,
that.
you, and Jesus. And so it really blesses me that is one of the things that you leaned on, and that that comes to mind for you is how much time we spent in prayer. Because I've said this many times before, there were many days when all I could do was pray because I didn't have the words to say.
Praise music every time we woke up.
Yeah.
Like, we get ready to praise music. She'd work in her office to praise music. Mind you, her office is like an open space, so we all listening to praise music. And you bet not go to your room, because we all need to speak as a family and spend time together.
Right.
So we all gonna listen to it.
Because and you know, honestly, we laugh about it now, but there was a method to my madness because there was so much that was going on, but I needed you to know that with each other and with our faith, we were going to get through what we were going through.
Yeah.
And I used to always tell you, it's not going to always be.
It's okay, Mama. And then we got a new couch.
We did. But I used to always tell you, it's not going to always be this way.
Yeah.
You know, and so that was me trying to show you, even though we just had pockets of good sometimes, because you're not wrong when you say that there was a season there where it was like, my God, what else can happen?
Like, are you
Lord,
seeing
please
this?
don't let anything else happen.
Like,
And so we did have this season where it was that way, but for you to be able to see that it won't always be this way. And so I didn't know what else to do back then except to show you through my actions, like, yes, I'm struggling, but my faith and therapy. Because again,
we were in therapy.
we were in therapy.
Us.
Our faith and our therapy, and with each other, that there was nothing that we couldn't get through.
Definitely.
And so that was certainly my goal, was to show you in those actions that we were going to get through this and that it wouldn't always be that way, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So with that being said, how would you say the experiences that you've had with grief and loss and transition, how would you say that's shaped you as the young lady that you're becoming? Because you're my baby and I think you're awesome.
Bias.
No.
No, that
Pure fact.
No, that is bias, but continue.
You're awesome. How would you say that shaped who you are as a person now?
I would definitely say that I had a different upbringing than a lot of other people, simply not only because of where I was raised, okay, but I also just had a different upbringing overall, because Mama was raised by young parents and I was raised by an old parent. No disrespect to Mama, okay, but she was technically old, like, and so for me, like, we're talking about Cabbage Patch Dogs, we're talking about 80s music, like what do you mean? What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you mean there's no Tevin Campbell? Like, what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, I already had a different upbringing. And also the type of mother that mama is. Now, she is a gentle parent. Not in the let your kid do whatever, let them act a donkey kind of way. In the, you can communicate your emotions and your feelings properly. And I'm going to give you the tools to be able to do that. And then you're also going to have responsibility, and I'm going to teach you to take accountability. And there will be punishments and consequences, because we really didn't have punishment. Like you're on punishment, but we would more or less say, she would say, these are consequences to your actions. They are positive and negative consequences. This is a negative consequence of your actions. Your phone is gone for the next 2 weeks. That's what it would be, more or less. Mm-hmm. And so for me, growing up, since it was already different, I guess the hurt just added on to it. And so then I felt more awkward, because actually when I was younger, there was a girl who I said that I was a big sister. And I was so excited to be a big sister. And she said, well, it doesn't count because your brother's dead. I'm not going to say that. But it was like, girl, and what makes you feel like you're able to say that? Mm-hmm. But the same way as anybody feels like they can say anything, they feel like they have the right to comment on your experiences. And it's become very popular, which is neither here nor there. But after that, I just kind of felt like, wow, like, does this mean that I'm not a big sister? And I went home and I cried to mommy about it. Because, and yes, I still do call my mother Mama. But I went home and I'm like, Mama, this is what she said. And Mama cried with me. But I would say, like, even like the little things like that, or telling people, whenever I tell people that there was 4 of us and I'm the only one who survived out of the 4 of us, and I explain, like, they're like, oh my God. And then, like, I explain that I don't have any grandparents, and then they're like, oh my God. And then I explain that I'm neurodivergent. They're like, oh, that's worse. Like, long story short, I feel like it's one of those things where when you already grow up so different, the hurt just adds on to it. Mm-hmm. And so it was just like, oh, well, it's another thing that's different about me. And mommy had always told me I was going to be different. I had always been known to be different, even compared to family. Like, I was always known to be different, and I knew I was going to be different. And so for me, I would definitely say that it changed the way that I view people and what I'm going to share with people, because to me, sharing your feelings is completely normal, but to others, it's not. And as a child, I did not realize that other people genuinely cannot comprehend listening to somebody else's life without rose-tinted glasses. And so for me, talking about your feelings was completely normal, but to them, they were genuinely shocked by the things that went on. And I thought that the things that happened to me were normal. Like the slight issues of abuse here and there, like stuff like that. Like, I genuinely thought that was normal. And then whenever I did go to tell people about it, they were like, oh, mm-hmm. I hope you see somebody about that.
Mm-hmm. Well, thankfully you were.
I was. I
you
was.
Do.
And I would tell them, I'm like, well, I am. Okay. I am. Are you? Because fun fact, we all need therapy. Even if you think like you're fine, you've never been through anything in your life, you need therapy. That's common sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So living with so much grief and loss, as that has been a huge part of your childhood. So then what I hear you saying is that it's made you more comfortable with sharing those types of things. Mm-hmm. And it's usually unusual to other people. Yes. But the truth is, most people aren't comfortable with death and with loss, right? Yeah. But unfortunately for you, you've seen it in action, and it's been a part of your life since you were a toddler.
Forever, yeah.
With, my miscarriage, with baby brother passing away, then with Noni and B-Day, and then the loss and transition with me and your dad going through the divorce, and, our life changing and evolving. But I'm so thankful that we've had an opportunity to heal together.
Yes.
Because like I said before, I used to always tell you that it won't always be like this. Mm-hmm. And I believe that we are in that season of healing. Like, yes. We've been healing. and we're continuing to heal together. And so I'm so thankful that not only have you seen the suffering, not only have you seen it, but you've experienced the suffering, right?
Yes,
so
ma'am.
not only have you done that, but you're also getting to witness in real time what healing looks like,
Yes.
what being loved well looks like. And so then I would like to know what that has been like, watching mommy heal, what that's been like for you, what, if anything, that's taught you, and how that affects yourself, how that makes you view healing for yourself. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes. Does that make sense? You're asking me, yeah, to you. But picture it as like a roller coaster. This is a weird analogy, but obviously the people in the front seat have no control of the roller coaster. Okay? So I'm in the seat behind the front row. And you have no control over it, but you got a front ride. Like, you can see. Like, you have no control, but you're watching it all happen. And so you feel like you have somewhat of a control because you're in the front. And so it's like, oh, well, at least I get, like, the brute force of it. And then, like, I'm in the back seat just watching, like, this is not going to go how she thinks it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just one of those things where you just had to stop and look and meditate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just, I was really proud of you just because I understand the things that you've been through and the gravity of them and what they did to you and how they affected you. And so for me, watching you heal was also a healing experience for me because if my mom can do it, so can I.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you can do it, so can I. And so just trying to figure out a way to heal for myself, because healing is not a monolith. People who are healing is not a monolith. It doesn't come in one form. And so we all have to find our own path in healing. And you can't do exactly what I do and make it work because that's not how people work. We all have different ideas and pathways. So for me, it was definitely interesting because sometimes I didn't understand. The healing was a long road, not only for you, but for me, because I was just like the passenger. And I'm just like passenger seat driving. And sometimes I did feel like you were a car and I was in the back seat and I just didn't have any option. Like, it just felt like I was out of control of my life for a long time. And so for me, I had to get used to that. I had to get used to not being in control. We both did. Because we are control freaks.
A little bit.
We do want control of everything all the time. And so watching you grow and blossom into the woman you are today is completely different because I've never seen you so vibrant, so happy, so joyous. So for me, I would definitely say that watching you heal was probably one of the best things to ever happen, not only to you, but to me. Just to see you get the life that you deserve meant everything to me. Mm-hmm. And it taught me that I could get that life too. Mm-hmm.
Don't make me cry.
Don't cry, mama. It's okay, mama. I love you.
I love you too, mama. I think, my heart. My heart, because we've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
We've been through a lot. And so, healing is a part of my legacy to you. Legacy, I think a lot of times when we talk about legacy, we talk about what we leave people in death, right? Well, that's what we generally talk about. But my position is that we leave a living legacy. And my healing journey is a part of my living legacy to you. My quest to be emotionally intelligent, to be able to effectively communicate, my ability to have conflict resolution skills, all of those things are part of my legacy to you. Because in order for you to learn to do those things well, you need to see mommy doing those things well. And so I haven't always been the best at it, but I try to be really intentional now in what I share with you, and to not only talk a good game, but to walk a good game. And so what you've just shared with me tells me that I'm working and I'm headed in the right direction in what I'm teaching you. Because before Noni passed away, right, I would tell you, hey, it's okay to share your feelings. It's okay to tell me the things that you need to tell me. It's okay to do this and all of those things, but those weren't things you were seeing me do. And so what I heard you just say now just validated that I'm actually showing you the way instead of telling you the way. And that means the world to me. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Because that's my goal. This is a part of my living legacy to you. And I want, my goal is also to leave you the legacy of the other stuff as well, but truly giving you a foundation for your own faith and relationship with the Lord, and being able to ensure that you are equipped to navigate this world by yourself as a young lady.
Oh, no.
Means the world. And so thank you for sharing. So is there anything that you would like for parents to know, that they should know, that their children may not say to them, but you think it would be a good thing? Is there one thing you could share?
We're not slow. Like, I know obviously everybody thinks that their kid is like the sharpest tool in the box, but still, like, we're not slow, and we're going to be able to catch on to things. I feel like, it's, for example, like imagination. Children's imaginations are much bigger than adults because they use them more. Adults usually try to stay in reality. And so with that being said, it's almost like, since your kid has that imagination, you as an adult may not be able to see those things, but the kid can see those things because they still have things active in their mind that you turned off a long time ago because you deemed them as childish and unimportant. And you wanted to practice emotional regulation, and not in the good way, more like emotional suppression. And so I would definitely say that we're not slow, and watch out. Because we're not, like, we're going to figure out things that go on. And we also need to understand that there are ways to break things down into child appropriate conversations. And it's really important to conversate with your kids, not only so they can learn effective communication, but also because children have an ever-loving need to understand. That's all kids are. Understand, especially as children, as toddlers. For example, toddlers, they'll touch anything. For example, he'll pick up anything and love it. And there are multiple kids, like, they'll be like, what is this? What is this? And so I feel like we should be having those conversations with our children.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. So there you have it. We have the next generation's perspective. So, Karys, I'm looking forward to more of these conversations with you. Thank you again for being here. Y'all, so that's that. Children remember a lot. And so if you can remember anything that she said today, the two things I would like to share, to reiterate, is one, children are not slow. And two, we need to be having conversations with them. So until next time, keep choosing healing. Keep choosing joy. I love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.